The following is a special presentation of TNT Sports, where the NBA playoffs begin on April 26th.
In last year's playoffs, Chicago stormed into the Eastern Conference Finals, only to see their dreams slip away to the eventual champions. But this season, the drive to the top has been a steady climb, as the Bulls have picked up the pace in their quest for the championship. The last title for the Boston Celtics was celebrated back in 1986. Ever since, the focus for the ageless men in green has been a return to Garden glory. Boston plans a pre-playoff message for the upstart Bulls. With Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal from the Boston Garden. Tonight, a battle between Michael Jordan and his Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Now, both of these teams, thanks to Detroit's victory over Philadelphia last night, are locked into their playoff divisions in the Eastern Conference and where they're going to be when the playoffs start next Thursday, April 26th. So a lot of people would say this is not a meaningful game. For Boston, Larry Bird has an injury, will not play tonight. Dennis Johnson, recovering from a calf injury, also will not play. And Rick Barry, some people might think they're just going to go through the motions, but as we've seen in past history in the NBA, that could be dangerous.
Definitely dangerous, Bob, and you can rest assured that both of these ball clubs will be coming out and playing hard. From a player's perspective, you don't want to come out and go through the motions. Invariably, that's when you can come up with some type of an injury. And talking to both of the coaches prior to the ball game, they both feel as though they will probably cut back on the minutes of some of their key players, giving the other people some valuable experience. But should this game come down to the wire, they'll have the best available people in to try and come away with a victory.
And I talked to Lee Rose, a scout for the Milwaukee Bucks, who's here tonight looking particularly at Chicago. And I said, what do you look for in a game like this with nothing at stake for the teams? He says, I look for what everybody else looks for. Michael Jordan's play. Everybody's here to see Michael, as usual. We'll have Michael Jordan, the Bulls, and the Boston Celtics in just a moment. But after this commercial message, we are going to be joining Craig Sager in our studios in Atlanta. And Craig will have an update on that Philly-Detroit brawl, and you don't want to miss it. There's some big news brewing there.